buena gente, continuamos por el sur de Mediah con la oscuridad. A ver si terminamos ya este capitulito y nos vamos a Mediah del Norte.
Look! Where have you been?
Adventurer, I'll handle this.
Adventurer, I've been waiting for you. Come and take a look at this. We sold Alan Serban's personal effects and made enough to buy a black tear. I'm not even sure he realized what a treasure trove he was sitting on. I placed the black tear in this jar. Can you examine it and tell me what you think? It would appear Marnie was right. The black tears are made of black spirits. It's infuriating we didn't catch it before. The black tears are reacting to our young sorceresses who've yet to control their powers. Yet they also seem to react to those with a black spirit themselves. We don't have the resources to retrieve every black tear in circulation. If the black tears are going to be transformed into a kind of thorn, then there must be a separate device able to control them remotely. So we either find that device or find Marnie. We're going to need all the help we can get. Let's first seek the help of the blacksmiths in the Omar lava field. Go to Hakan Dirk. Tell him it is time to honor the oath. Hakan can be hostile to strangers, so Iman will be going with you.
Yeah, I'm Iman. Just made these jars able to keep the black tears under control. It was Ahonia's idea, but it was easy enough to pull off. We lined the interior of the jars with special magic. It keeps each spirit contained within itself to prevent the energy from scattering. Buys us time to figure out how to merge these all into a singular energy. And how are you contributing to this exactly? She wants us to recruit Hakan Dirk? I'm more than enough. I'm not even sure why you're coming along. Ah, now I remember. One of those black spirit things is already part of you, right? All possessed and everything. So are you strong? Or just crazy? Whatever. Just be worth my time, whatever you do. Let's meet these blacksmiths then. They're a rare bunch to interact with, so make sure to learn what you can. Contact with these blacksmiths ended along with the war. Not sure how much help they'll be with this one. Let's head over.
Huh? Who is there?
Hey, Hakan. I'm Iman. I come from Tarif. Ahonia Kirus sent us. Time to fulfill the oath, old man.
Oh, the descendants of Cartian. Never would I forget an oath of such importance. But with great regret, I must tell you the Omar blacksmiths have all left.
The blacksmiths are gone? What happened?
A swarm of ferrets appeared and drove us out. And even if the furnace cools off, I doubt it will be enough to keep the remaining workers around.
Ferrets? You mean those lava goblin-looking things that come from the lava pits? The place is overrun with ferrets. Damn things rain fire wherever they go. I'll scout the place out. Hang on, before you head inside. Before we left, Locke asked me to plant some trees in the area. Hell of a time to be concerned for the environment, but reviving our land is always a priority. So, he said they'd grow anywhere, so let's just plant them over here and get going. Not a bad sight to see, I guess. Did you sense any black energy around the tree? Maybe I just mistook the smoke rising from the lava field. Ready to go? Gardening seems pretty easy for you. Crap, those must be ferrets.
Size is no measure of danger. This is punishment for our sins, for making the war so much more horrendous with the black crystals. We didn't know. The crystals' processing techniques were used in the war. It was as if the crystals summoned the ferrets to them, and now the dead have come to take us to our graves.
Didn't take you for a whiner. Blame the people who use it only for war. That can't be why ferrets are appearing. People think Mediah instigated the war. But learning how to process the black crystals led to an immense power struggle.
We have a few workers who insisted on ridding the area of ferrets themselves. I wonder how they're faring.
If by that you mean getting taken captive by the ferrets over there, they're doing just peachy.
They are like family to me.
They're over there, by the lava.
They're surrounded by ferrets.
This is bad. The oath forged between the sorceresses, Omar blacksmiths, and the people in the north has lasted far longer than Mediah itself. Apparently, we all used to help each other, building homes and protecting each other from invasions. Kind of hard to imagine that now. They were collectively referred to as the First Medians, though now we're little more than simple neighbors.
Our oath has stood the test of time. The monarchy was established afterwards. We entrusted our future into their hands, but our oath bound us.
If Akan is holding up his end, then I guess we have to help out with these bozos to hold up ours. This heat is crazy, though.
This feels like a spring breeze.
Looks like a hole formed in the cave. Could be where they're coming from. Doesn't really look suspicious after all, though, does it? There's no other way but to go deeper inside. Guess it hasn't been hurting to have the extra company. You know, the black spirits used to be more common here. When that black rock crashed into Valencia, the majority of the debris wound up scattered all around Mediah. Can't be sure how or why yet, but the black spirits must have been absorbed or forced underground somehow, and became these black tears.
The sandstorms appeared in Altinova. Countless ferrets poured out of the cave. We must reclaim the power.
The Omar workers were easily the biggest help for the Shen Merchant Guild in establishing Altinova. So how could they just sit there when something like this has been going on for so long?
We were never part of the guild, but Neruda tasked us with making weapons. We morally could not oblige. The ferrets appeared shortly after this.
What kind of order are we talking about here?
We feared that Neruda Shen wanted to rid Mediah of its indigenous people. He already has confidants in every corner of the country. He asked us to join the guild as well, but we refused. He threatened retribution were we not to comply. It would seem the technology we possess is a threat to him. This is conjecture, but if Neruda seeks to gain all the allies he can muster, it could explain why the Ferids are suddenly attacking us so.
Try not to keep your lips so loose, old man. Like you said, Shen has ears everywhere. Still, if that's the situation we're looking at, no one is safe. We sat on this for way too long.
Schultz was a guardian of these lands, but the situation has grown dire. Neruda Shen must honor them. We will never recognize him as king. Our furnace has been burning for 1,000 years. Help us keep it so forevermore. The furnace has been slowing down since the Ferids appeared. Their leader, the Colossal Ferid, can freely manipulate lava, a power no living thing should have. We must take utmost caution.
The Colossal Ferid must be put to rest, or the furnace is doomed.
I cannot possibly thank you enough. I dreaded losing the furnace and betraying the faith of our ancestors. I ache knowing you helped us so, but I cannot reciprocate. I do not know what became of the Omar blacksmiths after they left. But there is a conniving one who may. Mevo Muranan took our technology and went to Neruda Shen. And he is now conveniently a blacksmith in Altinova.
Adventurer Iman, thank you both. You have done well. How is Hakan Durk doing these days? I am ashamed that so much has happened under our noses. We will find this Mevo Muranan immediately. The technology that came from the Omar blacksmiths is coveted. It must not fall into the wrong hands. But before you leave, please take a moment to talk with Alan Serbin once more.
You're here! Don't you find the black spirit jar in the village to be a delightful surprise? Chasing after them was an old pastime of mine. We'll be continuing our research until we find what the black tears react to that turns them into thorns. I've never felt this alive! Mevo Muranan is an odd case. He was a nobody in the blacksmithing world, until one day he just walks in and forges some of the most exceptional weapons out there. It does not bode well that he's a close associate to Neruda Shen. The most we can do right now is go to him and see what information we can get out of him. You can start by giving this crafting itinerary to him. Any real Omar blacksmith will recognize it immediately. After that, pay a visit to Barids III as well. We need to build what rapport we can with anyone of influence.
In as always.
Looking for the best blacksmith in all of Mediah? You've come to the right place. Mevo Muranan at your service. Will you look at that? I'd recognize these blueprints anywhere. You're no regular customer, are you? I was an Omar blacksmith myself. They are the best, and I count myself among them. The other blacksmiths? What do you want with them? Wait a minute. You're just another nobody who thinks I stole Baratan Lancer's secrets, aren't you? Huh? You don't know who Baratan Lancer is? Oh, well in that case. Forget I said anything. Let's get to smithing. First, let's see what you're actually asking of me. Let me take a closer look at these blueprints. Yep, of course I can make this. Easy work for someone of my caliber. Now, it's easy to make, of course, but getting the materials is another story. I'll be needing a favor from you. These materials are top-notch stuff. You'll have to scour the Altinova mines before I can get to work. ain't stupid, adventurer. If you have plans like this, I take it you've already met with Hakan Dirk in the Omar lava field. I'm sure you heard stories about me. But recognizing opportunities, get to mining. This is the greatest mine in all of Mediah and the pride of Altinova. Black crystals are everywhere here. Neruda Shen took one glance and we sure proved them wrong. We found the place full of black crystals. It's a great source of income. What's the commotion about? What? How did you know how to operate the extractor? This isn't nearly going to be enough. We'll need much more to finish this project. We'll be needing more copper and some tin ore. You're back already! I was just trying to bide my time until you... Nothing! Glad you're back safe! What are you waiting around for? If all blacksmithing took was having materials, we would all be alchemists, wouldn't we? I'm getting to work, but it's going to take time, and a lot of it. Take yourself around town or something for a while.
Well.
Sarma Anin told me you visited Tarif. She also told me you don't have a single lead on the whereabouts of Elezra yet. Solid work. Hakan Dirk told you about the pact. I guess not everyone is a useless bum who forgot where their loyalties lie. The Omar blacksmiths, the sorcerers, and the Schultz brigade. Maybe we can throw in the Sezek hunters too? I heard they're as good as it gets. Can't trust a thing they say, of course. But the Omar blacksmiths and sorcerers should be enough to get us going. Recruiting the hunters means them supporting my right to the throne. But I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm still young, so I can't just do it myself. My legitimacy is in question since Neruda Shen took the seal of the royal family from the castle. You might ask yourself how one would take anything during the 3 days of darkness. And that's why I'm certain Neruda Shen is working with Elezra. The seal must be returned to me. Convey this request to Sarma Anin at once.
Our time to fulfill our duty has come. We will not waste this opportunity. We can do nothing while Elezra is kept under close guard. I'm certain that Neruda Shen has the seal. But first, we must figure out where he might have hidden it. I'll reach out to my contacts and see if I can piece together any clues. For now, deliver the prince's words to the others at Tarif.
Looking to reclaim the seal of the royal family, eh? Normally insane, but for someone like you, that's as good an idea as any. Teensy warning, though. Do this and Barids III and Neruda Shen will hate each other. And the prince is currently harmless. He may have to leave Altinova altogether. But I know you're doing what Barids III wants from you, so good luck. Hey, Ahonia! Did you hear that?
The stronger his resolve, the easier it will be to recruit the help of the Omar blacksmiths. Seems like this will also work in our favor as well. While we await news from Altinova, there is a favor I must ask of you, adventurer. You have been instrumental in laying to rest the many troubles found in South Mediah. There is an energy in the air I have not felt for quite some time. But we will still need help from the north to fend off Ilezra and her minions. There are ruins in the north that detail Mediah's long history, but be warned of the ancient guardians still protecting it. There once was a barrier protecting the lands in Mediah up north, where the ancients now rest. However, Ilezra destroyed the barrier during the 3 days of darkness. We must pool together all known information from the south and the north so we can best decide how to handle the situation. You'll need to go to the ancient pass, past the rumbling lands just beyond the excavation site.
Over here! I found something! Beautiful stallions or super expensive-looking wagons. You see any? You came down that path and saw nothing? Are your eyes just for decoration? Someone very special and important is coming. I'm waiting for my true love, so be more helpful. Do you know love, adventurer? I expect not, since you helped me so terribly just now. I think about him, and think about him more, and now I must see him. Fate led me to my love, and we promised each other to meet right here in this spot. I even prepared this perfect bouquet of flowers, but now he's late. He must be fighting those nasty golems. So why aren't you helping him? Chop those golems' rocky heads off! Help love for once! you're actually capable of something. It was love at first sight, you know. He told me all about his adventures, and I had no choice but to fall for him. Someone like him could never lose to silly golems. But of course, I'm still worried for my love. He might be in trouble. Goodness. It's just a plain old wood panel. I worried this was from a wagon. Oh, I'm such a mess. Golems really didn't do him in, did they? Then why isn't he coming? Maybe he's lost. Or he could have just left to come here later than I did. We are bound by fate, you know. Even after only one meeting. If he's coming now, those golems could be real trouble. Destroy that golem summon stone. You'd do it for love, wouldn't you?
Pues hasta aquí el capítulo de hoy. Continuaremos con el resto de la historia en el próximo. A ver si terminamos ya Media. Como siempre, pórtense mal.